In the studio with me right now, I have one of our own Jessica Boyer from the newsroom, who's here to talk about, well, actually to educate me a little bit. I don't really know that much about bail bonds and something called Live Scan, and hundreds of Santa Clarita residents need bail bonds, live scan, and notary services all year long. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Hello, Jessica.
Hey, T. How's it going?
Well, I'm good, but I don't really know that much. First of all, I don't know that I've ever heard of live scan. What is that?
Live scan, it replaced the traditional putting a bunch of ink on your hands and rolling it across a piece of paper. Now they have this cute little machine that's about the size of a shoebox that you roll your hand over it, each finger, and it digitally scans your fingerprints. I actually just went a couple months ago. I had to get fingerprinted for my Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department press passes. And so I went to All American Bail Bonds. They have SCV live scan and notary services. And I got my fingerprint scanned, and they sent them off, and it was successful and easy.
That is
super
so
easy.
21st century that you just sort of go in and you get digitally your fingerprints. That's an amazing, a pretty incredible technological feat. But the idea that we actually have that here, I've seen I've been the traditional fingerprint. So now tell me a little bit, if you can, about. I know that bail bonds come into. They serve a great need for residents who require them, and All American Bail Bonds in Santa Clarita is a bail bonds business, and they provide these services. But could you tell me a little bit about that?
So All American Bail Bonds, let's say, you get that call in the middle of the night. Your kid was driving drunk, and they're arrested at the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Station or any law enforcement station, and you want to get them out. You don't want your kid sitting in jail. And so what All American Bail Bonds does is they put up the money for you up front, because oftentimes it can be thousands of dollars.
And it's the middle of the night.
And it's the middle of the night.
Yeah, you can't go to
you can't go to your bank and pull out a couple $1,000s to get your kid out of jail.
So they help you through that process.
Yeah. And so they go and they put up the money. You do give them a collateral, but they pay the money and they get your kid out of jail, and that's as easy as that.
and they are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I've always said, like, even when somebody gets sick, they never do it on business hours. And something as serious as this, where you really need help, they're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No issues. They're just available for you if you need their services. Now, they're located. Where are they located in our valley? If we wanted to find them,
they're over on Valencia Boulevard near Cinema Drive. That's their Valencia office. They also have a couple other offices across our state, but that's their main office right now.
And if someone were, we can all on a smartphone now get websites. So if we need the information, they have websites also.
Yeah, their website is allamericanbailbonds.com. I've also been doing several stories over the past couple months trying to educate our community about what bail bonds are and about how the court system works and what live scan is and what notary services are. We have I believe 70 stories about All American Bail Bonds and what they do and the services they offer on our website, hometownstation.com. Just search bail bonds. And they also have a separate website called bailbondsinsantaclarita.com.
And so they help with everything from beginning to end, and basically walk you through the process. They're very well versed in what they do, and if this is something you've never dealt with before, I'm sure it's an incredibly scary process if you've not. To have someone there who can walk you through that is probably very comforting for families and for people in our valley. All right. Well, Jessica, thank you for the information. And again, good to know about live scan. I mean, that can be for anyone, right? They can go in and get people. They say now you should do your kids, maybe.
Yeah. I've been told you should have your kids get their fingerprints done just in case anything happens. Anything bad, God forbid, it doesn't happen. But it's always good to have that documentation.
So you can call them, go in and have something like that done.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. All right. Again, All American AmericanBailBonds.com. They are located here in the Santa Clarita Valley, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Their phone number is 888-755-2245. Again, Jessica, thank you for the information and the education. That's something I didn't know.
Thank you, T.